The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
Jack to the test!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session. Hope everyone's having a brilliant start to the week as we see magic internet money and stocks rise amongst civil unrest around the world at the minute. Paris the other week, LA this week. I think we all know what's going on in the Middle East, and London is in a constant state of civil unrest, I do have to say. But yeah, Bitcoin and risk assets having a really great day yesterday. Posted that at like 5 a.m, 6 a.m. yesterday morning. Little did I know how much of a rise we were going to get. Really aggressive bid under price. So we will have a look at that today with you. But yeah, nice to see. It certainly was. Over the weekend, a little bit undecided, I do have to say. Absolute V-shaped recovery up on Bitcoin. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at the trading view levels, and we're going to have a look at the order flow in the trader TRDR.io console. So stick with us as we look at the all-important levels for today. Over the weekend, V-shaped recovery up. Price floating on some little bit of negative funding, high open interest rise. And what I was saying to the guys in the Discord was, basically, no strong opinion. This was Sunday, 8 a.m. No strong opinion. Not much bid in the books. Okay. I was favouring shorts a little bit higher if we could attack some of this supply. Actually took my offers off later on in the day because as the day went on, the price action just looked stronger and stronger. But for me, no fresh longs unless bid starts to aggressively sit under price or we drop to demand. Okay. And that's exactly what we got basically. So as the day went on, we got a little bit of chop here as the retail traders were trying to long on an illiquid Sunday with low volume. Okay, so we got a little bit of chop. I think on a couple of exchanges, if you check that, we might have just ticked under that 105k level. We get the bounce up into the Asian session, back down as I'm waking up Monday. Aggressive bidding, okay, aggressive bidding on the Bitcoin price to push us back up. So nice to see it. Really nice trading day, whichever way you were trading yesterday. Altcoins are following to a certain extent. I think there's a few altcoins that have looked good. One of the main ones I did like, well, one of the only ones I liked over the weekend. A lot of coins are following, but was TRDR. Okay, so TRDR looking really good over the weekend. BitTensor, one of the only coins that I liked. It does quite good volume. Okay, and it was really bid over the weekend at this 370 level. So execution there at that 373.2, down into this order block and up we go. And I think actually we've smashed that level now at 392 and we're over the 400. So we'll go and have a look at that in a second. But yeah, sharing that with the guys Sunday morning. So you know, it's kind of lock-in season. You never know when you're going to get these kind of trade setups. And even if you're a little bit sure, like I was, about which way BTC is going to go on an illiquid Sunday, sometimes when you see these levels, you know, you just have to aim for them and take them, okay? So fill me up at 373. Actually got in at 373.2. Nice demand zone on TRDR. So what we'll do today is, as we have a little bit of a green day, we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin levels, of course. We will be live in the US session later on, so join us there if you need to look at any altcoins with us. Please make sure you're trading the high volume altcoins. I still see a lot of altcoins at the minute that everyone's speculating on, and they're doing such low volume, they're not going to move much anyway, okay? With that being said, let's jump into TradingView and check some levels. Here we go then, guys. We're going to have a look at TradingView levels first and foremost. And here's that TRDR trade, that BitTensor trade. So really pleased with execution on that one. 373.2 entry on that one. Uponly.com. And actually, not seeing a reason to close it fully just yet. Just going to trail the stop up and ride it, okay? But let's have a look at Bitcoin, okay? So what I want to show you is the weekly chart on Bitcoin. So I've had this for a while. I think some of you guys will have seen this before, okay? A little bit of a Livermore accumulation funnel on the weekly chart. And I've got this fib time, okay? Trend-based fib time pulled out, okay? And I've had this for a while. And a couple of weeks ago, my idea was on this weekly that we're going to just pop up and take this level and then rotate back down into the beginning of July, okay? It turns out that we took a little bit of a pause, didn't we? We came down, attacked that 100k level, has to be said as well, you know, I thought I would have liked to get under 100k for those longs, so well done to anyone that did commit in and around that 100k level at the end for the week last week. Really well done. Okay, but this is my thinking now. Okay, on this weekly chart, we are looking bullish. The structure's looking bullish. Nasdaq's bullish. S&P's still bullish. Okay, I'm thinking we can get another rise up and attack all-time highs again. Okay, so this was posted a couple of weeks ago. Fib time and extension on here. I'm thinking up into those 120s. Initially 118, 119 if we can get there, and then maybe a little bit of a rotation down into July, and then maybe back up for Q3, okay? And this is where we are now. So obviously we've had that little pause, okay? We've wicked below this 102 liquidity right down into there. So obviously certain exchanges will have different levels, but we just hit there 100k 468, 465, call it, okay? And now we're rotating back up. We're just hitting this weekly order block here, okay? So do we get another push, another little extension up into the 120s? I think there's certainly some order flow that's suggestive that there's nothing to stop us at the minute going up there. But what I will say is, as traders, we have to take it day by day, don't we? Okay, maybe we rise another couple of percent, supply gets mega heavy, and we push back down again, okay? And that's why, you know, as traders, we take it session by session, day by day, okay? No absolute mega moon boy speculation from us, sir or madam. Daily chart. Daily chart's looking really nice. We're playing off a couple of levels now, and I've actually just put a cheeky trend line in there as well, because we've had, this is our second touch at this level. So we had a massive trend there, breakdown, and then are we potentially just creating another trend on the daily time frame here? But what we got above us, okay, so we've got the all-time high, and obviously we've got a big fat order block there. Daily open is just holding for a little bit of resistance here. After such a good push over the last few days, it wouldn't surprise me to just pause here for a little bit. Weekly VWAP coming in there at 108.861. Lots of levels down here at the 105. Not sure if we get back down there. I mean, that would be an absolute bark pattern, wouldn't it? Okay. Maybe, but you know, again, if you see some aggressive bid coming in, you ain't going back down there anytime soon, okay? And then if we just go to the lower time frames on BTC, let me just zoom to that very quickly for you. 1 hour time frame. So here we go, weekly VWAP down there at 108. Here's our range, V-shaped recovery back up, hold the point of control there, and we push up, okay? So no real strong opinion back here again. I thought we were going to push up yesterday, okay? At the end of Sunday into Monday, I thought we were going to push up, okay? No battle in there. If you're looking to short, you know, I think it was the wrong trade, to be honest. I thought about shorting on Saturday into Sunday as the price action develops. That's what you have to look at. You have to be discretionary, a little bit dynamic, and say, no, okay, let's see what we get into Monday. And it was absolutely bullish order flow all day long. So right here, right now, big push up, coming down a little bit, to be expected, okay? I think we now need to check the order flow primarily on BTC to see if we've got any bids sitting under price to push us back up. Let's jump into the trader console.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Trader console then, guys, TRDR.io. Grab a link from below for a free trial. Jump into all the socials as well. If you wanted to jump into the private section of Discord, that is just part of the Academy section, okay? So here we are, multiverse view. We can see certain bits of supply hitting assets. It's to be expected after such a run up. Spot and perps, you know, a bit of take profit from perps, bit of selling in spot. You can see it in Bitcoin, in ETH, and even in Sol there as well. And there's our Teo trade there, okay? So what's the low on Teo there? 373.1. We got on at 373.2. Absolute cat's cock air off the lows there, so nice to see it. Right, primarily we're going to concentrate on BTC. I want to check what the order flow is doing here on BTC, okay? 15-minute basis. We're having a look at the spot market, okay, and you can just see there, okay, so we're just holding this level coming out of the weekend into Monday's session, and look how much aggregated bid came back into the market, primarily from perps. Okay, it was primarily from perps, but that's going to be enough to push you up, and don't fight it. That's all I would say, okay? Right here, right now, okay, negative ratios on the spot market, okay? You can just see there, Coinbase Pro negative ratios, 115 is their main level there, okay? Binance, spot, main level, 120. Yeah, 120. I'm not saying we're going there straight away, just like I wouldn't look to these levels and say we're going there straight away, okay? Take it session by session, day by day, but certainly some big confluence at these bigger high time frame levels right here, right now. And then if I just show you the perps market there, okay, so this was coming out of the weekend, obviously a little bit of perps take profit, I would say here, load of take profit in there, okay, we come out into the weekend, and this is why I was kind of worried entering the weekend, okay, some negative ratios and some real lacking bid depth as we have this high open interest, okay, we come over, we roll over, we have a little bit of chop, some of this chop, and you can just see these little liquidation bubbles here, was enough to cut people out the market, okay. As we then enter Monday, look at the depth building on the book. Absolutely, like mentioned at the beginning of the video, aggressive demand rather, sitting under price to push us up, okay. Perps market right now, couple of offers above, okay, couple of offers above, but good bid depth still, 767 bid depth, yeah. So I don't want to fight this yet. I don't want to look for shorts, to be honest. If we just float down, usual thing, light pullback, do we pull back to demand and then back up and rotate back up? I think that would be good to see. Certainly not in the mood for battling the bulls right here, right now. If we just have a look at the main levels then, okay, I don't think we need to mark too many levels on here. Daily open, obviously just right up here. We had some selling at the daily open, all-time high just up here. Weekly open and monthly open here, but you could already see the bid moving up to follow price. It's really, really nice to see. As the day progresses, this is why I'm saying you might not get down to these levels. You can do, okay, but if this bid starts to aggressively push up, you need to take that into consideration that we are trending back up now, okay. We had a good V-shape recovery back up. Bid is sitting under price and pushing us up. Main levels, yeah, a little bit higher, okay, so you're obviously going to have some selling at these all-time high levels, but then your main levels 115 and the biggest level 120, okay. So once again, I don't think you're going to get there in one clip. It can take a little bit of time. Bear in mind that weekly chart that we just looked at a minute ago, okay. You're probably looking, yeah, couple of weeks maybe, okay. So I think that's it. I think we'll keep it really, really nice and easy. Not delving into altcoins right here, right now. You can see you've got a real mixed bag of moves, some negative, some positive. Nice to see Teo still moving up. Well done to everyone that played that one with us. But we will have a look at some altcoins if you wish. Join us in the live session, okay, guys. Don't forget to jump into the academy and the docs page for a further education and reading, okay. Absolute wealth of knowledge in here, okay. Jump into here if you want to get into the private section of Discord, Art of Data Driven Market Analysis course. Speak soon, guys. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat. That's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?
And we say bye-bye.